yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Never switch up, 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 never switch up. Keep that same energy. Never switch up. I'm in my element. Not to warn, not to warn. You think that I'm running in place? Y'all really testing my patience. Right before I blow up the spot, I had to get back to the basics. What if my talent is wasted? It's sick, but I'm lacking the placement. Thought since I rap in the basement, but my come up is legend, is greatness. I don't care now, it's pedal to the metal. I can never quit now, I will never settle. Puppet to the game, I'm pulling strings like Geppetto. We in the same game, but I'm on a different level. I passed it. Gotta keep grinding till I'm laid up in the casket. No fake round, but you feeling too plastic. Yeah, y'all feeling too plastic. They say my style crazy, but then it's straight jacket. Wow.
Why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All the hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself, quit testing me.
Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind.
In school history, the Clear Fork boys soccer team is competing for a regional title. It all starts here at Marion Harding High School, home of the Presidents, as we see Worthington Christian, a top team in Division 4, take on the Clear Fork Colts, live and free here on the OH Report. Stick around, we'll be back.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Time now for your Mechanics Bank pregame show for a regional semifinal here at Harding Stadium, just outside downtown Marion. Jonathan Langdon with you live and free on the OH Report. Brandon Powell running our camera today. Right now, Marion Harding getting their roster announced, and Clear Fork wearing the black today will face our side of the field with a ton of Clear Fork faithful here today, and I am sure a ton of you tuned in as well if you're either on YouTube or on Facebook on the OH Report. Let's go ahead and talk about the opposition. This is a very, very good Warriors team from Worthington Christian. They lost in the state title game last year in Division 3. The expansion to 5 divisions has them here in 4 with Clear Fork. They have yet to concede a goal in this postseason. They have won handily in all 3 of their games. See if they can do the same here against a Clear Fork team that has a lot of fight in them still. They're ranked number 7 in the state, as you see on the graphic there. We'll jump straight to the keys of the game for Worthington Christian. The Warriors, they have pretty much kind of their rhythm down already, but if I had to give them any sort of advice, even though they probably wouldn't listen to me, I would say score early and put on the pressure. So if you're able to score early, you can kind of put that pressure on yourself off just a little bit, and then you can kind of start getting ready to just go, pressure this Clear Fork team into more mistakes and maybe potentially rack on a couple of more goals. That's kind of just how they've been scoring this season. They've been able to strike early, and they've kind of had that cushion, so to say, especially when they start adding on more goals. It makes it easier to keep on tacking it on from there. So that's the first key. Second key is to keep the Colts to the wings. It's interesting because Clear Fork is going to want to go to the wings, but this team is so good defensively. Anything up the middle is probably their biggest weak point. There's going to be some space between the defenders and the midfielders here in this Worthington Christian defense. That's where Clear Fork is going to want to live. Maybe that is where Worthington Christian is going to want to try to push them to the outside so they can kind of crowd the box when any inevitable attack ultimately comes in. So there's the keys for this Worthington Christian team. Now for Clear Fork. This is a team that has solidified and clinched a 500 season at least. Even if they lose today, they'd end up 9-9. They started this tournament run 6-8-3. They've got 3 consecutive wins. You see them all at the bottom of your screen. Close wins for the most part. Of course, that Kenton penalty shootout game was a classic last week. Went to 9 rounds of penalty kicks, and the Colts came away with that win. It propelled them into their win against Vermilion, where they went up 2-0 to start the game. And then the second half, Vermilion and the Sailors started to put some pressure on, but the Colts were able to hold on and send themselves here to where we now see Worthington Christian take on Clear Fork. Before we get kicked off, both sides huddling up here. Want to get to your player spotlight for Clear Fork. I was going to have Nick Martin, but his name is crossed out today. He is out, so he will not play this evening. So in his place, someone that will have to step up is just a sophomore, Owen Weichel, will wear number 11 in black today, and he has 10 goals on the year. That is tied for the team high, and then also 4 assists that he's been racking up here in tournament play. Now for keys to the game, looking at Clear Fork. Colts, I think the key for them is just to make sure that they don't give any gimmies to this Worthington Christian team. You want to be tight defensively. You've done that all tournament long. Now is not a time to stop that, especially against one of the top teams now in this brand new Division 4. Also, comfort in the middle third. If they're able to kind of keep possession a little more than they may be expecting to here today, that will definitely go a long way. Let's take it out to the field, because we're just about set to start here in the first half. Thank you so much for joining us live and free on the OH Report. This is a big-time game, the first ever regional tournament game for this Clear Fork boys soccer program. We're waiting on the signal and waiting for 40 minutes to get thrown up on the clock. So here we go. Worthington Christian kicks us off. They're wearing white with yellow numbers. That'll be a tough read for me here up in the booth, so give me some grace with some of these Worthington Christian players. This is Max Glick, who passes it to the defense, to the captain in the back row. That is number 8, Graydon Little. This ball will sail out of bounds, and Clear Fork will hold some possession here in the first minute of the match. This Colts team has been so good holding possession against some of these teams where they have no business doing so. They played really well to start that Vermilion game. They got over 15 shots on goal in the first 40 minutes. That led them to 2 first-half goals. This ball's headed back into the box. This is going to be a dangerous area all night for Clear Fork. It's the first corner of the night. For Worthington Christian, the Warriors will run all into the box. This is not a very tall Clear Fork team, so this is where you can take advantage of the Colts. Probably the tallest guy you have is number 16. It's A.J. Swindle. Here's the first corner. Low, driven, cleared away. First test for Clear Fork is taking advantage of. This ball crosses in, and it's an easy collection for Wes Bunnell. Bunnell, we said his name a lot in both the district semifinal and the final, even though he didn't have too many tests save-wise. Expect a lot more here today with a really quality Worthington Christian team that's already slicing up this defense. Early ball in, shot is in. What a start for Worthington Christian. Not even 2 minutes into the match, and they have the first goal of the night. $14. Goal goes to Eli Funderburk, the senior forward.
Warrior goal in the 3rd minute. Number 14, Eli Funderburk.
Had to help the press box up here because these Worthington Christian jerseys are so hard to read. But it was Eli Funderburk who struck, and Worthington Christian already has 1 on the board. So we talked about this. This is a team that's going to want to take advantage of this lead and play even more aggressive. They're not comfortable yet with just 1. That ball will get away from Funderburk, who just scored that goal from the right wing coming into the middle. So Clear Fork will throw on the far side. We'll get you another look at that goal here momentarily. This ball will roll out. Here's that look we mentioned. Nice cross in with the left foot. There were 2 guys there that really could have put that in. But Funderburk ended up calling off the second, took it himself, and the senior gets his slate started here tonight in Marion. This ball cleared away. This will bounce out of bounds. Stays with the Warriors. Throw from Ian St. John. Goes well up the field, headed away nicely by Swindle. And Cade Beachy, he's going to be another guy that this Clear Fork team needs to really have put up some quality minutes, as his captain's armband is already starting to slip off of his right arm. He's able to flick that one out. Another contact on that header by Sam Swindle. That will bounce out. So moving up about 30 yards here for this next throw in. Forward again, headed by Swindle again. Trying to keep this in. Beachy was close to getting there. He's out of position now, and Swindle deflects it off of the Warriors. It's Clear Fork throw. But you see how high up this Warrior team is playing. Some of their strikers are even further back than the defenders are. They're starting in an offside position. Funderburk, he sails that over the net. There's your Contact Industries replay. Second time we've shown that tonight. The first was for the already goal. Just 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes into the match from Funderburk, who just struck that one as well. Bunnell, the lefty, will kick this forward to about the 45-yard line. And a chance for Finn McCauley to try and break away, but 4 players for the Warriors all crash in on him quickly. Pressure continues to build here. Another chance as Bunnell spills it. Still has not grabbed it. It is away from him, and he's going to dive towards the 18. Can't get there. This is dangerous if you're Clear Fork. Cross in, headed away, and Clear Fork's defense has his back for now. Carell with some nice dribble moves. Vanderberg on the far side, gets past one, speeds past the second, slides in to cross it, and it's cleared by Clear Fork. So aggressive, this Worthington Christian team here to start. A really quality opponent. It will take a lot for Clear Fork to get back into this game, already down 1-0. Here's a long throw-in try, attempted to be headed back. This will bounce out, and this will be a Colt goal kick. Wes Bunnell tries to get it as far away as he can, goes towards A.J. Swindle, can't connect with him. This ball's booted away. Still in danger, Liam Beer, another clearance to the 45, and a touch forward. Finn McCauley. He is dispossessed. Good job by the defense, the captain over there. Here's a beautiful ball through, just 2 defenders to beat. He slips up on the ball. And quickly the other way, near side work here from Sam Swindle. Sam slows down, has Finn McCauley in over the top. Can Finn? No, Finn slows up on it. He takes a shot. It's rolling towards the goal, off the post, and it will be collected by the goalkeeper. Here's that whole sequence brought to you by Contact Industries. You see Finn kind of slow up on it, but it ends up working out. He gets a shot close to the net. And oh boy, what a play. Both sides with some solid play. Finn just could not get it in the back of the net. And 7 minutes nearly into this match, we almost had a 1-1 game. This ball will roll out. It is for Worthington Christian. Captain plays a long ball forward. That hits the face of Landon McCauley. An attempt to go down the left flank will just sail out of bounds here as Landon runs that down, and he'll throw in. 2 substitutions checking in for the first time today for Clear Fork. Number 3, Will Stewart, and number 4, Coy Beery. Off goes Kabuto Setzer and also A.J. Swindle. Another 10 yards forward here for Landon McCauley on his second throw on that side. That ball stays in. No call from the near side official. Beachy double teamed, and he's dispossessed. Lob over the top. They're looking for Funderburk again, and he just can't keep it in. The pass ahead by Baden Wood was a little too long. Is that attack again? Talked about Clear Fork wanting to find the flanks. Seems like that's Worthington Christian's game plan as well. Clear Fork's almost had some chances to counterattack, but this defense has been tested, but they've come up to the task. Owen Weichel with some good footwork getting into space. Looking ahead for Finn McCauley here. They'll kick it off of Finn. Did they get it? Yes, they did. It'll be a Warrior throw. Throwing it about the 15. Ball finds his target. Now you're going to see some pace from Worthington Christian. Liam Beer just able to get a foot on that. You can tell that Clear Fork is being rushed by this pressure. Here's a ball through. Maybe a chance again. Bunnell keeps it in with the save. Big time play. Keeps the shot by Max Glick out. Here's Glick again, really testing the left side of this Clear Fork defense. Good job by Beery. Forces him backwards. To the midfield goes Worthington Christian. Shot from the 25, or 20. That is deflected. Ball still in that area. This is lobbed over the top. Dangerous ball. Landon McCauley shoves off his defender. Coy Beery has to get it out of there, and he does. Tight spot. Coy avoids a corner. Seems like as this game has gone on, we've seen more and more Clear Fork fans start to trickle in. A couple of them a little late today. Here's a dangerous opportunity for Worthington Christian. That ball is bouncing all over, and it's in the net. I don't know what happened there, but I do know that I saw the back net move. That means it's a goal for Worthington Christian. So much chaos right there. And it looks like it was Funderburk again. That was at the end of that. It was both him and Blake Miller. So that makes it 2-0.
Worthington goal in the 11th minute, number 2, Blake Miller.
So early in the match, it's already 2-0. This is a really, really good Worthington Christian team. Remind you, they lost in the state title last year. Coy Beery will check out for Clear Fork. In comes Sam Swindle. We've seen a couple of opportunities for Clear Fork to get into the attacking third. There was one where they almost scored. Goalkeeper came out a little too late, and Finn McCauley got to the ball, kicked it into an open net, and hit the post. McCauley points ahead, looking for Finn. It's deflected away. It's now Worthington Christian throw in, right at midfield. Quick throw by St. John, looking to the platform of Glick. Here is Glick with 2 on him. Gets past Swindle, crosses one in, headed off of the goalpost. Another golden chance here for Worthington Christian. Already got a 2-0 lead, but they want more. Bunnell was about to kick that away. Official told him not to, and now he gets the signal. There was a substitution being made on Worthington Christian's end. Here's Bunnell, line drive. That goes right to the Warriors. Carell had it for a moment, now back in the defensive end. Rough touch up ahead. Slide tackle, well done. Does just go out of bounds, so Clear Fork has a chance. Looking for Finn McCauley. It's deflected. It will go out again. 35-yard line, that's where they'll throw to Weichel. Weichel through one, trying to get it to McCauley. Ends up to him with a deflection. Colts keep, no, it will be Worthington Christian getting the ball there on the far side. Long throw, looking for A.J. Swindle. He has it in space, lobs it to the near side. Sam Swindle, heavy touch. And Finn McCauley kicks it back into their attacking third. Oh, big deflection. That will go off of A.J. Took one to the side of the head. Bronson Frost comes over, clears. That went out. Official says right around the 40, so that's where it will be thrown. St. John puts us back in play. Here's a ball forward, and the flag goes up. Funderburk was offside. Liam Beer with the boot. Two players fighting for the ball right there. It was won by Worthington Christian, but careened over to Clear Fork. Warriors will take over. Short throw. 1-2 attempt is taken away by Weichel. Finn McCauley. Ball on a string, goes forward to Beachy. Beachy keeps it in, but he's walled up nicely. And it's deflected off of the Colts. Prime defending over there on that far side. Reason that Graydon Little is a captain. Captain on captain right there with that play. So we sit with 23.5 minutes to go. Here in this first half, it is already 2-0, Worthington Christian. Rough turn by Sam Swendel will roll out. Liam Beer has to be the last line of defense yet again, and he will let this try to let it roll out. Attacker was able to flick a foot onto it at the last moment, but still out. Under 23 minutes now left here in the first half. Score is 2-0. Worthington Christian with the lead on goals from Eli Funderburk and Blake Miller. Looks like the Warriors are getting into some sort of set play. This goes into the box, almost falls to the back post for a Warrior that was waiting on it. That's kind of where Worthington Christian has been attacking, just really crowding the goalkeeper, Bunnell. That's how they scored their second. Closer you can get it to the 6-yard box, the better if you're Worthington Christian here today. Good touch around. Pass, shot, Bunnell is there. Big ovation from Clear Fork here, right by our microphones and cameras. Wes Bunnell's been tested a number of times and can think of 2, maybe 3 saves he's had so far. Cade Beachy on the far other end, trying to lob this in for Weichel. He has that pass deflected, and we'll see a sub come in. It's Kabuto Setzer. He started today. He'll come back in. Will Stewart will check off.
Clear Fork substitution number 20, Kabuto Setzer.
Around the 8-yard lines where this will get thrown in by McCauley. It's headed away and now cleared up high in the air. Rough touch by Glick, gives it back to Clear Fork. Finn McCauley passes a little bit too light. Didn't run to it. It's taken away. Potential counterattack as that will roll just out of bounds. Working closer to the middle. Clear Fork sniffs that out. close to halfway done here with the first half. It's been all Worthington Christian except for one play from Finn McCauley that hit the post that would have tied it 1-1 about 15 minutes ago. Goals came from Funderburk and Miller for the Warriors. This is their second corner of the night. Baden Wood plays it short. This will be shot from outside, or just inside the 18-yard box. Good test, and it's passed by the goalkeeper, Bunnell. It does fall through his hands, however. See another corner, this time on the near side. We'll keep the same corner taker. Baden Wood will square this one away. Arm goes up. We'll see what he does. Far to the other side. This is headed away. This won't be a corner. It'll be a long throw. Nolan Schoonover will run up on this, send it towards the box, hits inside the 6-yard, and it's headed out of bounds. Third corner in about 2 minutes. This one's also played short. One of the others was as well. Good test. Passed by Clear Fork here for the moment. Deflection will roll out. Last off Clear Fork. They're really going to go for the box here again from the 10-yard line. This one's sent in. Nearly headed back over Bunnell. It hit the top of the goalpost, and that will be last off Clear Fork. Here's another look brought to you by Contact Industries. Looks like they were going inside to one of the shorter players on the team. He did not get his head on it. This is a corner. For the third time in 3 minutes, Baden Wood sends it into the box. Far post. This one's headed out, and Clear Fork is out of danger for the time being. Ball over the top. Kabuto Setzer trying to run in on it, and the deflection off of him will roll out for a goal kick. Love the hustle. Unfortunate that it ended in that manner. Now we see a sub for Clear Fork yet again. Will Stewart will check back into this match. This ball will roll all the way to the other side. Wes Bunnell, easy collection. Long throw, high in the air. Sam Swindle does a good job holding it down. Crucial takeaway. Clear Fork may be in. Flag stays down. Sliding tackle is missed. Finn McCauley. Now the whistle be blown, and finally the flag goes up. So it was offside. Assistant referee on the near side really took his time to make that call. Over the top free kick. Worthington Christian has pretty decent numbers. This ball is too close to Bunnell, however, and the attackers will not go for it. Under 16 minutes left here in half number one. Going down the right flank this time, Worthington Christian takes a shot at it. I don't know if that was a shot or a cross, but either way, way out of bounds that goes.
Number 3, Will Stewart.
So Will Stewart finally checks into the game. He was over there waiting to check in for a solid 2 minutes. He is in on the near side in the midfield. There's a ball played through, looking for Kabuto. Setzer again. He's double teamed and knocked to the ground. Looks like that deflection will make it Clear Fork ball. Finn McCauley almost overruns the ball. Katie Beachy does so just after I say that. Tries to win it back. His touch is heavy, goes back to the defense. Still being fought for. One fault ultimately here by Weichel. Couple nice dribble moves, and his pass is deflected. It stays in, and it's cleared away. Bunnell, no funny business here. Collects it just outside the 18. Has to kick it over to Landon McCauley. This ball will go out. Can the Warriors make it 3 here? Shot outside the 18. Bunnell was ready for it, saw it, and met it out. Another Contact Industries replay. With 14 minutes left, going to take it over to our comments section. Shout out some people watching live and free. A lot of Clear Fork fans, especially for both teams. We just saw the other night as Clear Fork gets an ovation there for Landon McCauley forcing that out. We saw the girls team finish their season against Ottawa Glandorf, another solid squad. Get to those comments here in a moment because we've got a corner kick on the way. I thought that was going to be a long throw, but no, they call it a corner. 13 and a half minutes to go. Worthington Christian already up 2-0. What can the Warriors do here? They go closer to the short side. Ball is on the ground. Deflected. Ends up on the deflection with the Warriors. They slide it right through. Max Glick. He has been threatening all night. Wears number 7 for the Warriors, and he finally strikes. So the Warriors up 3-0 on Clear Fork. Shout out to our comment section of Clear Fork fans. Emily, Cassandra, Whitney, this is on Facebook, Tracy, Brittany, Kimberly, Michael, Eric and Melanie. Also Marilyn, Jody, Chris, Marilyn, and Cora. I think I said Maryland twice, but shout out to you. Warriors really trying to stack it up on Clear Fork. Colts defense has done better thus far. You look at some of those goals that Worthington Christian has scored, it's been in chaos, really close to the box. That's kind of just where Worthington Christian is living right now, in the 6-yard box right in front of Bunnell, just making it really difficult for him to pinpoint the ball with all the bodies that are around him. It's been the case for these last 2 goals. Good turn by Cade Beachy. Lobs it over the top. Significant size disadvantage there for Finn McCauley. Defender makes up a ton of ground, flicks that out. This will be a Colt throw. And on YouTube, our lone commenter, shout out to Lily Mowry. Cheering on Clear Fork, go Clear Fork, and also go Mansfield Christian. Yes, that game also going on tonight. You can do, if you're on Facebook, you can do one of those little swipey things. Just swipe up, and you should get either Coach's Corner that's also going on tonight or the Mansfield Christian game that is also underway and probably around the same time as we are going right now, as we've got a player down. That's AJ Swendel. Checking up on him. He's going to get up, so he's okay in that regard. Just kind of trying to shake off whatever is bothering him right now. He'll stay in the match. Finn McCauley, during the break, takes advantage, runs over, gets a Gatorade. He'll go back to his post. He's moved from the left wing to the right wing here. And now it looks like he'll go to the middle. I've kind of had him all over along with Cade Beachy. I've seen them both kind of roam the field. Big tackle. Bronson Frost gets in there. For a moment there, you thought that Max Glick was going to be able to get through not one, not two, but three defenders, but Frost was ready for the third test. Ball headed into the box, takes a bounce, and is into the arms of Bunnell. Also, as I close the YouTube app, shout out to Jenny joining us on YouTube as well. 140 viewers on YouTube. And I think last I saw was just under 100 on Facebook. Into the box this goes. Extra flick. And Bunnell, what a play from him. Looked like the attacker was just trying to flick that past him lightly, and Bunnell read that and dove on the ball. Another good play from Wes Bunnell. Keeps this a 3-0 match. Looking elsewhere, Mansfield Christian. There's a goal from Worthington Christian as I'm checking the other game. And that will make it 4 here at Harding Stadium. The overall quality of this squad is shining through here today. And Nolan Schoonover will strike. It's been 4 different scorers as well. That's impressive in itself, to have 4 different goal scorers. Has not been an ideal half here for Clear Fork, obviously. But now after that, I can finally go and take a look at the Mansfield Christian game going on against 19-1 Van Wert. Or excuse me, Van Buren. I always get those two mixed up. Score is 1-1, so still a close one there. We will definitely keep an eye on that, especially if it stays close. Liam Beer gets it out of danger. The problem is now Clear Fork, they've been scored on so much, they've got to drop everybody back to keep it from getting even further out of hand. And you don't have any attackers at the ready. They've just got Finn McCauley kind of just sitting out there. Everybody else is back in defensive positioning. Warriors with another long throw into the 6-yard box, and Bunnell has had enough of that today. He's just going to swat that out basketball style. He wanted nothing to do with that situation yet again. And more of a volleyball spike, too. Low driven ball right to the 6-yard box again. Deflected out. Another Worthington Christian corner. 7 minutes to go here in half number 1. Clear Fork 0. Worthington Christian 4. That will bounce off the head of a Warrior, and it's out for West Bunnell's goal kick. Talks about Bunnell defending one of those 6-yard box throw-ins with a volleyball spike. We've got volleyball for you tomorrow, live and free on the OH Report. We'll have 4 streams. I believe a couple of 6 o'clock streams. The one I'll be at tomorrow is all the way in Dayton. At Northmont High School, we'll watch Centerburg take on the number 1 team in Division 6, Coldwater. So you have that to look forward to on Channel 6. Also on Channel 1, actually no, this will be on the main channel, the Lexington Regional Semi. That will have some teams more in our area. It's Shelby taking on Highland. That'll be the 3rd meeting between those 2 teams that are MOAC rivals and both really good teams that, honestly, if they didn't have to run into each other in the regional tournament, they could very easily run into each other in the state tournament. So that will be a big match at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So we see a couple of interesting touches there, closer into inside the 15. Clear Fork will win a whistle from the official. 5:48 to go here in half number 1. So you've got Shelby taking on Highland. You've also got in Elida, Willard taking on Madison Plains. And in Fostoria, Monroeville taking on Tenora. And, of course, that Centerburg-Coldwater game I mentioned, too. Kind of liking how Regionals Week has kind of been sorted out. We'll get to that here in a moment, as we may see another potential attack from the Warriors. Trying to go up the middle, good deflection. Defense sniffs it out for the moment. That ball will roll all the way out of bounds. And no deflection. This will be a goal kick. Substitution comes in for the Warriors. In comes Nolan Palmer.
Warriors substitution number 4, Nolan Palmer.
There's number 4 in white for Worthington Christian. But I was saying I like the format of regionals so right now because we kind of had, it's kind of been sorted out by sport, by category, I guess you could say, because we had girls soccer all yesterday. We had boys soccer all of today. There might have been a couple of lingering girls soccers that went today as well. And then you've got all volleyball tomorrow. And then everything will kind of be mixed in together on a jam-packed Saturday. Clear Fork sniffs that out on the right flank. That will go out. Worthington Christian throw. It'll be interesting because we'll kind of see some teams get dwindled down when we get to Saturday. What local teams in our area will remain? Because this is where it starts to really ramp up. You're seeing case in point right here with this Worthington Christian team that very well could be a favorite to win state this year. Or I would certainly say with the way they're playing tonight. There's another long throw in. They won't go to the 6-yard this time. That's easily cleared. We'll see another throw in. Same player. He'll play it back. Here's a cross. That misses nearly everybody. It ultimately deflects off of the Warriors on a half volley and rolls all the way over the top of the net. Three minutes to go here from Marion Harding Stadium for the Presidents here at the middle school. I had never been here before. Luckily, I drove by the high school. It was on my way. It's on my way to the stadium. I thought it was at the high school, but then I drove by and saw I don't think there's any facility here that could clearly be hosting a regional, so I just kept on driving downtown and ultimately found myself here. But gorgeous facility tonight and gorgeous weather. Looking for Finn McCauley on the left flank. That rolls out. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Clear Fork, it's been a rough one here in the first 40 minutes. It's been nearly the opposite of what they had against Vermilion in their district championship match, where they really dominated the shots against the Sailors. Wicked bounce on that ball right there. Cade Beachy will end up with it, and he's thrown to the ground. No foul call. Crucial intervention by Bronson Frost keeps that away from the Warrior attack. Defense may try to go over the top. That they will do. Landon McCauley with a shoulder. Keeps it out. Good turn by Weichel. Gives it up. This is Stewart trying to get past two, and the double team works. The ball control from this Worthington Christian team has been really solid today, as we now sit under a minute to go. Can the Colts tack on one and maybe send themselves with some momentum going into the half? This ball will go out. That ball rolls across the line. Beachy loses it again. I think you're also starting to see the pure size that this Worthington defense has as well. This is a young Clear Fork team that will grow over time. Be interesting to see where Clear Fork ends up with some of their sophomores and juniors next year, as the clock will roll and tick down to the end here in this first half, which was all Worthington Christian. Warriors up 4-0 at the half. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Time now for your Mechanics Bank halftime show. Jonathan Langdon with you live and free on the OH Report. It was a rough first half for the Colts. 4-0 sits the score. 4 different goal scorers as well for this really good Warriors team. They struck first with Eli Funderburk just under 2 minutes into the match. He is a senior forward that has really upped his total this season. We don't have an official number of how many goals he scored, but we know that he is one of their leading scorers. And he will stay in. He's on the near side, closest to the camera, wearing white. So he scored the first goal. Second goal went to Blake Miller inside the 6-yard box. It was kind of rumbo-jumbo in there, and it was rough for Wes Bunnell, the goalkeeper, to see what was going on. Miller got the last touch on it. He scores the second goal. Similar fashion with the third goal as well. Max Glick got a rebound on a deflection and drove it low past Bunnell to score the third, and then the fourth came from a substitute, who was Nolan Schoonover. And we are underway with the second half. As Clear Fork trying to rack on the pressure early here. They need scores, and they need them quick. Ball up the middle here. Nice sliding tackle by Liam Beer, who, if this score holds, is playing his final game as a Colt. This ball lobbed over the top, too much weight. Rolls all the way out for a goal kick. Ball kick towards midfield. 9 seniors for Clear Fork playing for their careers here tonight. Some key players that this team will miss next season. This ball enters the box, and one of the first touches of the night from the opposite goalkeeper for Worthington Christian, Cody Thomas. I believe that's the first time I've said his name in action here today, as he will kick that forward, bounces into Swendel. Cade Beachy. Physicality has gotten to him a little bit here today. Finn McCauley sits with the ball, tries to play it to Setzer, and there's a defender between the two. Good effort to keep this in. Funderburg. Low cross, nearly a scorpion kick into the back of the net. Wes Bunnell was there. Look at that play. There was some velocity on that kick as well. It wasn't easy for Wes, but he does get there. You would think that with 4 goals in the net, you would call it a rough night for Wes Bunnell. I would disagree. I think he's been pretty solid, considering this attack that Worthington Christian has thrown at him. Cade Beachy plays this deep throw in to Finn McCauley. Rough touch for him. Rough second touch as well. That will bounce out. Missed opportunity for Clear Fork. Clock ticks to 37 minutes here left in the second half. Low-driven goal kick. That will get past the 50-yard line. McCauley will get called for a foul. Finn pushed a little bit up on the back there. You'll see it again here thanks to Contact Industries. See him kind of lean into that Warriors back. So off the foul, we'll see a free kick at around the 40-yard line get kicked into the 18-yard box, headed back into danger. Here's Funderburg. He'll be beaten to the ball. So it won't be a corner. It will be a throw-in around the 10. Throw-in played short, trying to turn around. There is an opportunity here. Ball's cleared. Finn McCauley lands with it. Plays it up to Setzer, who leaves it behind him. Funderburg into the box. Touch from his teammate. He's in on goal, and he's got his second of the night. Max Glick now on the brace.
Warrior goal at the 45th minute, number 7, Max Glick.
So nearly 5 minutes into the second half, we see the first goal of the half, and it's from, yet again, Worthington Christian, making it 5-0. I think both sides, there were no questions about how good this team is. And I think even with this score, I think Clear Fork is starting to realize how even better they are. Just the quality we've seen here today. Colts try the quick throw. They're dispossessed again. And the gas is not off the pedal yet here from Worthington Christian. They're really racking on the pressure, frustrating this Clear Fork team that can't seem to hold too much of any possession. Finn McCauley up the middle. Weichel keeps the pass moving. Setzer high touch. He knees it back to Weichel. Weichel over the top, looking it back to Setzer, also Beachy in the area, and the defender somehow is able to get that ball through both of them. Look at this defensive effort. Setzer and Beachy, he shields one off of his back and is able to keep it away from Kabuto. So that goal we saw earlier to make it 5-0, that's the first time we've seen someone with multiple goals today. So that's 2 goals from number 7, Max Glick, just a junior. He'll be back next year. Colts win a throw here on the near side. This is Owen Bourne. Finds Beachy. Weichel can't keep it down on the ground too well. He does it find Cade Beachy. And it's back with Owen. No space for him to work at all. And he's dispossessed. Out of bounds, last off Clear Fork. Coach Gailey not happy. Substitution will happen. But it is for Worthington Christian. Another goal scorer who came off the bench. He checks in. They're looking his way here on the throw-in. Nolan Schoonover. He will play up forward as Bunnell runs up on that ball, sends it away. The pace on the right wing here. Ball's left behind though. Beer in a tight spot. Ball is back with Worthington Christian off a volley. Misses wide to the right. Eli Funderburk has been a pest all night on that right wing. Liam Beer was able to hold him off this time around, and the shot looked like it might have taken a deflection. Officials did not see that. So it is Wes Bunnell squaring up to kick this away. Setzer and Swindle, Sam Swindle, they'll both come off. Those were the same 2 that checked off early in the first half. So Gailey sticking with his scheduled subs. Beachy passed one, gives it off. Beery will join the attack. McCauley on it, and back into the box with Beachy. Beachy dispossessed. He's going to run back to it. He wins the ball. Up the middle it goes. McCauley shot on frame. Not enough pace. Easy collection for Cody Thomas. So you see Beachy get beat for a moment, but he's able to win it back and builds that attack where they weren't able to get too much out of it. With a 5-0 game, Worthington Christian has this game well in control. The story of this one now shifts to, can Clear Fork find the back of the net and force the Warriors into conceding a goal for the first time this postseason? 3 playoff games for Worthington Christian. All big wins. They started against Harvest Prep on the 19th. They won 8-0. And they won 7-0 against Northridge and finished it off with a district title game where they took down Columbus International. And that game was a 3-0 result. Two players sitting on the ball here with this corner. Here's the cross in. Low, driven, and this will deflect. Almost in. Bunnell able to get there just in time. Kept his eyes on the ball. You're going to see it here again thanks to Contact Industries. Low shot deflected off of Frost, and it stays out. No question about that with that replay angle you saw. Frost, a good takeaway. We'll see this trickle out right at the midfield line. Under 30 minutes to go. Throw in by Michael Schindel. On a hat trick, here's Glick. Gets past Landon McCauley, but a good late stick-in will force a corner. McCauley was beat, but he was able just to get one in there, force a corner. You got to think they'll be looking for Glick to try and get him his hat trick. As the corner taker all night has been Baden Wood, he will do it again. 28:45 to go. First header by Liam Beard, the senior, for Clear Fork. He gives Finn McCauley some space here. McCauley tries to catch the keeper off his line, and that will roll to the right of the net. Not a bad idea if you're Finn. Play like that, if it works, is a big momentum shifter. Just that time not able to stay on target. Another chance. Just missed. Bunnell ends up with it. Here's another look at that. Golden chance. Nice cross as well. Just not hit cleanly. The deflection also helped. Midfield the ball goes. Another chance here for Worthington Christian. This could make it 6-0. Early cross is deflected. Warriors stay with the ball. Turn to the inside. Not in the 18 just yet here. Lob over the top, headed down by Clear Fork. Couple of touches will ultimately end up with Worthington Christian. Shot is blocked. Beachy gets shoved from behind. Referee blows the whistle and stops what could have been some momentum from Clear Fork as Beachy was able to get that ball out. Up the middle, here's Wood. Still a chance. They were looking for Glick with a late pass. They might have had him earlier as well. They just couldn't find him there. Advantage played for for the Warriors, but the whistle does blow after they lose possession. 25-41 and counting left in the second half. Worthington Christian, they'll move on to a regional final. So we see another free kick taken by Wood. Lobs this over the top. Can they get to the end of it? Yes, they could, but Bonnell again is there. High kick here. Nice one. McCauley lets it go. Caden Beachy trying to be the first to it. Defense does a good job keeping him away.
Checking in for Clear Fork, number 12, Jayden Lacey, number 18, Sam Swindle, and number 20, Kabuto Setzer.
Subs come in. That will halt play just for the moment. Here is Caden Beachy. Short ball. Pass back, and Beachy flicks it up. Saves plenty of time for Worthington Christian to dispossess him and now counter. Schoonover. Goes up the middle here. Plenty of space for the Warriors to work. Here's the ball over the top on the right flank. Setzer able to get there. So if this result holds, Worthington Christian will take on the winner of Liberty Benton and Millbury Lake. Low cross, that almost falls through. And there's a clearance from Landon McCauley. Headed back into danger. Bounce over the top. Still a chance for the Warriors. That will flick out of the 18. And again, it's Liam Beer. Beer tries to let it go. Looks like it will be a corner. Nope. Change of call. It'll be a goal kick. So with the winner of this game taking on either Millbury Lake and Liberty Benton, I think Liberty Benton will be grateful that Clear Fork will not come out of this game because of the girls' soccer team eliminated them last week. And then also another one of our local area teams, Shelby, in volleyball, knocked them out in the district championship. So far, 2 Liberty Benton teams have fallen victim to North Central Ohio. There's another look at that potential attack that was sniffed out by Cody Thomas. But the Eagles hoping to have a good run from their men's soccer team, boys soccer team. And running into Clear Fork would just be ironic. Nate Irwin still putting in some work in this game. He's one of the names that has checked in with this big lead. He falls to the deck. He was outside the 18. Would not have been a penalty. It's not a foul either. Ball over the top. They're looking for Jaden Lacey, who's in the game. Jaden Lacey wears number 12 for Clear Fork. He's in trying to tack on a goal for his season. Warriors go back to Irwin. And Irwin has it deflected off of him. Goal kick, 21-25 to go. Worthington Christian up 5-0 on Clear Fork. I'm going to go ahead and hop online, take a look at that Mansfield Christian game. It was tied 1-1 against a really good Van Buren team last I saw. And the score remains 1-1 over there between Van Buren and Mansfield Christian. What an upset that would be. Mansfield Christian went 10-9 this year. Van Buren went 18-1-1. And the Flames actually had a tie in there as well, 10-9-1. Clear Fork putting some pressure here on the attacking end. Trying to tack on at least one here tonight. It would be the first goal that Worthington Christian has conceded here in the playoffs. They lose it there, however. It won't be a goal kick. It'll be a deep throw in, so Clear Fork can still put some pressure on if they want, but it looks like most of them are backing up. Yeah, no pressure will come at all. Deflection there, another corner for the Warriors. Can the Warriors tack on a sixth? Here it comes. Low driven. Landon McCauley chests it down. Still with Worthington. And now a foul called. McCauley tripped him up. We'll go help him up. Good sportsmanship there. We love that here. Now another dangerous free kick, this time around the 13-yard line on the far side. Expect this to go deep into the box, close to the 6-yard box here. Here it is. Low driven, the wall deflects it. Played back into danger, Bunnell sweeps in. Look at the pace here as he runs up on the ball. He's able to be the first one there. Rough touch by Worthington, gives it back to Clear Fork. Setzer plays it back. Lob over the top, looking for Lacey. Oh, and he's shoved down. There's a big collision right there. Clearly unintentional by Jaden Lacey. He was tripped in the box as both him and the goalkeeper Thomas are down. That is a big collision. Clock will stop, rightfully so. 17:33 left. Here's another look at that. Yeah, clearly no intent there from Lacey. Got a light shove in the back from Mike Schindel. Goalkeeper is up and at it. Cody Thomas is walking it off. Stretching out too. But Lacey is still down. Trainer is taking care of him. So while they work with Lacey, we're going to take a quick break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Coaches are talking with the fourth official right now. They're not happy with what this call is going to end up being. It's going to be a drop ball in the box. So just an injury timeout, no foul on either side. Still talking it over with the fourth official, but call is final. Well, if you're curious about Jaden Lacey, he is okay. He's just sitting on the bench right now. He's talking with some teammates. A little bit of a wacky collision, and he will be fine. See if we may even see him later in the game. Just talking with the trainer. AJ Swindle comes over and checks up on him. And the ball is back in play. You're hearing some boos from Clear Fork. Not happy with the call on the field. It's a drop ball that now will be kicked away by Cody Thomas. Clear Fork was hoping for a penalty that could have given them a chance to score here today with 17 minutes to go. But that goal will have to wait if it comes. Ball goes into the bleachers. We're delayed slightly with that. New ball is in. 16:41 and counting. Here's a good chance. No one marking that final attacker. He falls to the deck. No call from the official. They're going to call, well, they're not going to call simulation, but they saw some there. Lobbed over the top. Power header misses to the right. Would have been a brace for Schoonover if he found the back of the net right there. See the disappointment on his face there, a little late on the replay, but I've already seen a brace from Max Glick. Schoonover almost had one right there. Wes Bunnell lobs this over the top. Falls for Beachy right here. Beachy will play it to Stewart, who loses it, and you could see the frustration right there from him. It's hard for some of these seniors starting to realize that this will be the final 15 minutes and 15 seconds of their career. Reality starting to kick in with this 5-0 score, with the Warriors running away with it. They've run away with it. They've ran away with it all game. Ball was apparently still in. Now the official finally changes the call and makes that a goal kick for Bunnell. Another sub will come in, this time for the Warriors. Off goes Carell, and waiting for him to turn around so I can see his number, and even then it's hard to see. Number 4, Nolan Palmer checks in.
Warrior substitution number 4, Nolan Palmer.
Schindel, light throw in. Finds its way out of bounds. Not able to connect with his intended target. Van Buren and Mansfield Christian remain tied over in Clyde High School. That would be probably the biggest upset of the tournament in Division 5. Ball bounces into the crowd. Shout out to that Clear Fork fan collecting and giving it back. With how well Mansfield Christian is playing right now against Van Buren, you got to think Clear Fork fans are wishing that that was them right now. Of course, North Central Ohio teams, especially when it gets around regional tournament time, a lot of them will kind of, I don't want to say hop on bandwagons, but they'll definitely start supporting some of their local rivals because they just want to see overall success of soccer. And that's for all sports, but they want to see just the success of soccer in North Central Ohio, that a sport that's continuing to grow in the area. And this would be a truly monumental moment if Mansfield Christian can close it out. Here's another corner from the Warriors. Out swinging. Nothing in the box there. They'll go back out. Early cross curls towards Bunnell. Easy snag. Colts believe there's still something in this match for them, maybe a goal. They've got 12 minutes to find one. Schoonover turns, almost gets past 3 defenders. Now here's a shot outside the 18, around the 20-yard line. That's saved, and it's still in, but now we'll roll out for another corner. There's 9 minutes to go in that Mansfield Christian game against Van Buren. Here's the corner, a low ball. Cleared away. Finn McCauley on the second bounce, on the first bounce. Not able to get there first. Takeaway. Frost has it. Gets it right back from his teammate. Frost hits the deck, and the foul will be called. Good win by Bronson. Stewart with the header up to Setzer. Setzer, ball was almost through. It hit McCauley's back heel. CJ Ba, number 10 for Worthington Christian, plays it forward, loses the ball. Schoonover that lost it. Out of bounds it goes, however. Throw will be for the Warriors as more subs come in towards the end of this match for both sides. Got the Mansfield Christian game on the side here. Worthington Christian with another potential attack. Schoonover outside the 18 will cross this one in, takes a bounce. Ball is still up for grabs, and it's now cleared away. Mansfield Christian 1, Van Buren 1. That ball almost lands in the back of the net here. A lot of chaos there in the last 20 seconds. Here's all 20 of those seconds for you. That ball almost trickled through somehow. And you gotta be grateful that for a Clear Fork fan that didn't find the back of the net, because that is a rough way to end your season, letting in a goal like that. Clock ticks under 9 minutes. Owen Weichel checks back into the game. The sophomore wears number 11. He was on the right side of your screen there for a moment. Good job by Beery to keep this in. Ball forward, and it looks like that will be too far for Finn McCauley. This team was so good passing-wise against Vermilion, it just feels like the pressure of this Worthington Christian team has gotten to them. Even now when the Warriors have started to lighten up, just the overall intimidation factor being down 5-0, this Clear Fork team is shaken up for sure. Ball will trickle over to the bench. Coy Beery will throw. Nope, they'll give it to Beachy instead. Coy will move up forward. 7.5 minutes to go. Here's a throw-in, headed back, looking towards McCauley. Ball takes a bounce, ends up with Beachy.
Checking in for the Colts, number 3, Will Stewart. Number 8, Logan Krasinski. Number 21, Hunter Whiteland.
We'll see some new names check in. Number 8, Logan Krasinski. And at the next dead ball, it'll be Hunter Weichel, number 21. He's waiting to check in with the 4th official. Solid takeaway, and there is another foul, and now the official is speaking to somebody in the bleachers who was not happy with that call. Free kick, takes a skid across the turf, ends up with Thomas. Score still 1-1 between Van Buren and Mansfield Christian. Van Buren's ranked 5th in Division 5. Mansfield Christian is unranked. And remember, a tie at the end of regulation would go into overtime, 2 15-minute increments where if there is a goal scored, the match ends there and then.
Clear Fork sub number 21, Hunter Whiteland.
Hunter Weichel will now finally make his way on, and off goes Finn McCauley. Definitely disappointment for Finn, but got to remember it was a great season for this team. They'll end with a 500 record after playing such a tough schedule. Their 3-game win streak in the playoffs helped them do so. Finn was a big piece of that. Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the second half. From Marion Harding. Warriors could tack another on here late. 5 in the box. One of them is way offside at the moment, and he'll stay offside. Ball headed up, and McCauley gets it out. Top of the 18, it sits. Touch is taken. Shot is deflected. Thomas playing way up here. The goalkeeper is ready for that deflection. That ball almost stays in. Hunter Weichel didn't believe that was going to go and stay in. Looked like if he would have run full force at it, he might have been able to get there. Well, watching both games at once right now, I can tell you that Van Buren is tacking it on Mansfield Christian. I haven't seen, every time I've looked down at the screen, I haven't seen Mansfield Christian on their side of the field yet. It's been that kind of game. That's just their defense has been so impressive. You got to think if they get to penalty kicks, it could go either way. But, of course, you got to put in the defensive work to make that happen first. You can't just be talking about it. You got to make it happen. Close to 3 minutes left here in Clear Fork season. Result won't go their way. But you got to remember, this is a great season for this team. First time they've ever won a district championship. This is their first time ever playing in a regional tournament, obviously, as a result of what I said first. But it is a program on the up and up. And you could say that for both sides, guys and girls. Both teams will fall short in their regional semifinals in back-to-back days.
Checking in for Clear Fork, number 9, Bronson Frost.
Especially for this boys team, you've got to like the youth they have. They'll be losing plenty of key pieces, of course. But there's still a lot to be excited about. Owen Bourne, good defense there. Number 6 in black. He is playing his final 2 minutes. As is Sam Swendel, who's close to the ball here. And he commits the foul. 36 seconds left between Van Buren and Mansfield Christian. Score still 1-1 over there. So it looks like unless anything chaotic happens, they'll be going to overtime. Liam Beer with the clearance. He is also playing in his final match. 18-yard box. Is there one more on the scorecard for the Warriors? Not if Bronson Frost has anything to say about it. He clears it away. This will be another corner. We've had plenty of these tonight, mostly, and I think entirely, for Worthington Christian. So that's full time over. Mansfield Christian will focus in on Clear Fork here. 1-1 that will be going to overtime against Van Buren as we see some final touches to the Colts season as they defend the Warriors here with 28 seconds on the clock. Ten seconds now. Swendel, probably his last touch of his career. And that it will be. Worthington Christian defense dribbles it out. And a final here from Marion Harding is 5-0. One of the top teams in Division IV takes care of business. 5-0. Warriors will move to a regional final for the second consecutive season. We'll take a break and come right back. We'll talk with some Clear Fork seniors here live and free on the OH Report.
are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
for your Avita Home Health and Hospice. In this case, it's players and coach of the game. We've got a bunch of Clear Fork seniors we haven't heard from this season as they wrap up a historic year, Landon. That was certainly that. First ever district championship. It's rough that you run into a team like Worthington Christian, just a really good squad. But overall, how did you feel about your team's performance today and overall in the season as well?
Well, in the first half, I have to say that it was a bit rough. We weren't really getting good touches on the ball, and the other side of the field was a lot more open. I wish we would have capitalized on that a bit more. But in the second half, we came out with a lot more intensity, and they didn't really get as many goals on us in that second half because we put in a lot more effort.
Yeah, so of course we can put this game aside because just a big season for you guys. And how did you feel overall about that? Just looking bigger picture.
Well, starting out as a freshman, if you asked me, hey, you're going to win district, I would have been like, no. But, over the years, as we come up as a soccer group, I feel like it's just an absolutely amazing season with all these people that I can call my family, and I love each and every one of them.
Well, Landon, congratulations to you. We've got a couple other guys to get to, so go ahead and look in the camera, give some shout-outs that you want to share with the Clear Fork faithful.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to shout out my family, my girlfriend, and of course my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
All right, so let's go ahead and pass that headset. Let's go to Sam here. All right, Sam, congratulations to you. Great career wrapping up. Just talk about some of your experiences, and very similar to Landon. How did you feel from freshman year to senior year about the growth of this program?
Well, we had a great class of seniors, very talented, and they didn't get as far as they wanted to, but they had put in the work through the season and set a good bar and gave a lot of us something to go off of, even when we saw it drop the next year, being low on numbers and then getting people back that hadn't worked with us yet, and just building it up that we didn't have the vision for what we were going for, but we knew we wanted to progress and go up, and I think we accomplished it really well.
Yeah, well, you fell short in the regional tournament, but it's always important to note as your career comes to an end that you are a district champion for the first time ever in this boys soccer program. Knowing that you have that title under your belt as you wrap things up and put your cleats away, what does that do for you?
For me personally, it puts all the work in the past 4 years into perspective, that day in, day out, we always go to the fields, we put in work, and we always have a purpose when we do it. We have intensity, and it's just, even in the past years when it has paid off where we hadn't made it as far and just had some unlucky breaks, that it's all bound up for this moment, and it's made it all worth it for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you, Sam. Look in that camera, give some shout-outs.
I'd like to thank my family and my friends for supporting me the past 4 years in high school and throughout my entire life. I'm so thankful for them. And I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who has saved my life and changed it and let me be able to take losses like these and know I have a greater purpose.
Thank you so much, Sam. Let's go ahead and take it over to Coach Gailey, because this is a special team led by, of course, a special coach. Coach Gailey, thank you for joining us again. We talked to you after the district title win against Vermilion, and now different result, but still this is a quality team. How did you feel about that game? We'll go ahead and talk a little bit about Worthington Christian. How did you feel about this one?
Yeah, we knew coming in that they were a tough team. We'd scouted them, and they have a historic program. I mean, if you go back 10, 15 years, they've have state titles, state runner-up finishes. We knew they were technically sound and just a solid squad. And then they just played hard and physical and fast, and so we knew that we would have a tough game. And I'm proud of the boys for the way they responded coming out in the second half. We really kind of challenged them at halftime just to I felt like we were almost a little overwhelmed to not do that and just to play our game, and we settled in a little bit. So I was proud of them to see that. Again, this is a new feeling for us as a Clear Fork soccer program. For these guys, they've been there year in and year out. So just super proud of the way our boys responded, and just looking for this to just be a building block for the future as well.
Well, the season ends here tonight, but you've got seniors behind you. You've got 7 more out on the field saying hello to their families after this one. Just talk about the impact of each and every single one of those guys to get your program to where it is now, where you now have a district championship under your belt, and now you can build up from there.
Yeah, I think these guys spoke to a little bit. From day one, they've put the work in, and a lot of them have played a lot of varsity soccer. They talked about the numbers being down for a couple of years. It's what happens at a small school. We don't always reset with huge classes, and so we've asked them to do a lot over the years. Sometimes we asked them to swing when we just didn't have enough to fill a JV team because of roster or injuries or whatever it may be. So just a lot of work they've put in behind the scenes, and I just can't say enough about them. Super proud of them, super proud of what they've accomplished this year and the legacy that they've started. And that was one of the things we challenged them with going to the tournaments, to create their own legacy, and they certainly have done that.
Well, let's go ahead and put a bow here on the season with just giving a couple of shout-outs to end the markings from your program here this year.
Yeah, I just want to shout out the 30 guys that have been in the program this year. I love these guys, and they said it. It's like family. You spend so much time together, hours every day, and so you get to know each other and their lives and everything that they're involved with. So I appreciate them, the support of the school, and you saw it, the crowd that has just followed us the last couple weeks. Want to shout them out. And I echo what these two guys said. Just losses happen, but the relationship that we have with God just gives us a bigger purpose. And so just excited for even the coverage we've had from the public, and just it's great to see for not just the Clear Fork soccer team, but the school in general.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a great season. You guys end 500, 9-9-3. That's definitely something to look up at with a tough schedule as well. Well, congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Time for your post-game show, brought to you by Mechanics Bank. Jonathan Langdon with you, wrapping up our coverage of Clear Fork soccer this season. It's been quite the ride, both teams. Rough final here tonight between Worthington Christian and the Colts. 5-0, but this is a very, very good Worthington Christian squad that really has a good chance at winning state, and that's just not me saying that because they took down Clear Fork. This is a very, very good team, so a lot to hang high with if you're Clear Fork. You see the crowd that has come out and supported them. They had a ton of people show out from Belleville. Fantastic support from this team, both for the guys and for the girls. Their seasons both end on back-to-back nights in the regional semifinals. The first time ever that both teams have made it that far in the state tournament. So nothing to be disappointed with at all if you're Clear Fork here tonight. If you're still here listening to me, I don't know what you're doing. You should tune in over and watch Mansfield Christian as they take on Van Buren. They are in overtime at the moment. It's golden goal, 3 minutes to go in the first overtime. So make sure to tune over there to Mansfield Christian and catch the end of that one. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Jonathan Langdon, also with Brandon Powell, our camera operator for today. Thank you so much for being with us. And for the Clear Fork fans out there, we look forward to another fantastic soccer season next year, and we're looking forward to finishing it out with you for football in the fall season and moving into winter as well. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time.